In today's show, we will learn more about Reedy's capacity being full, learn about the Reedy volleyball team, and get to know Mr. Neve in an OPENDen classic segment. These stories and more on this edition of OPENDen. Hi, Reedy Lions, and welcome back to school. I'm Mallory Morgan.
And I'm Ashley Yarbrough. This shows senior snippets from Senior Sunrise, where the class of 2024 had their first senior event and gathered together to watch the sunrise. Senior Sunrise is a Reedy tradition, where seniors gather to watch the sunrise to symbolize the start of senior year. Check back next show to see pictures from the class of 2024 senior breakfast.
As you may have heard, this year Reedy reached full capacity. Any incoming students moving to the Reedy area have now been transferred to Panther Creek. Here's Summer and Jason with more.
For the first time in Reedy history, Reedy has reached its capacity. If you weren't here on the first A or B days of school, you have now been rezoned to Panther Creek High School.
Even with the recent rezoning, Reedy is still at capacity and is most likely to be at capacity for the next few years. With Frisco continuing to grow, more people are moving to the area, causing this overpopulation in Frisco high schools.
With the hallways at Reedy being crowded for the foreseeable future, please continue to use other hallways to get to your classes if you can. This has been Summer Shared for OPENDen News.
Volleyball season is upon us, Lions. Following up from their amazing season last year, here's Connor and Danny with insight into the team's training and preparation.
This year's volleyball season is kicking off. A new season means new players, which means more experienced players will be taking up a leadership role within the team. While leading the varsity team is not an easy task, the upperclassmen are set to ace the year.
It's definitely a much bigger responsibility to help the younger people get used to being on varsity and just help lead the team.
It's so much fun getting to lead the underclassmen and get to teach them the ways of the program and just help them transition into Reedy volleyball.
The team also has a lot of experience from prior years in volleyball. They use that experience to get better every year.
Last season, I tried the best I could to be on the court as much as I can, no matter what the position is. So that's what I'm trying to apply to this year. If someone has been on in the back row multiple times, even though it's not my position, I can still practice, so I can be more versatile and all-around player.
Okay, from 7th to 8th grade, I went from getting no playing time to being a starter and staying in the whole game. So I think the way the coaches really hustled me and taught me how to work, I literally owe so much to my middle school coaches.
With the new leadership within the team and the momentum from last year, the Reedy volleyball teams are a tip away from killing the competition. From OPENDen News, this is Daniel Trevino.
We have heard your request lines and we're bringing back a classic. Here's Jasmine and Ashley with 21 Questions, Neve edition.
Hi, Mr. Neve.
Good morning. Hello. How are you?
Good. How did you start your day today?
I rode my bike in here today and just about to adjust the brakes.
Nice. What did you listen to on your way to work today?
Just a second, let me check. Seashell.
What would you want to be if you weren't a teacher?
Probably I would like to be a woodworker. I really love complex fabrications involving wood and accurate angles, so I made a soccer ball.
What is your favorite book to read?
Right now I'm really enjoying East of Eden by John Steinbeck, but I read a lot.
What is your beard routine and how long have you been growing it?
My beard routine. Yeah, it basically just involves a little shampoo and a brush.
What is the last movie you went to? What do you think?
The last movie that I went to was a movie that my son was in. He had a minor role in The Woman Under the Stage. It was at the Angelica.
What's the first thing you would buy if you won $1 million?
We would probably bulldoze our house and build another house because our house is pretty old and has a lot of issues.
What is your favorite pair of shoes you ever buy?
That would be these Birks right here because they're easy and fun and my feet get hot.
Do you have a secret talent?
sculptures with gum. This sculpture is like all of the chewed gum that I have found since Reedy opened. So that's literally Reedy gum since 2015-16.
Best movie villain.
Best movie villain was probably Joker from Dark Knight.
Funniest moment with a student.
Funniest moment with a student. Oddly enough, when the year before Reedy opened up, I was teaching English over at Frisco High. And I thought I knew some slang on the street that I would use in front of my class, and it turns out it did not mean at all what I thought it meant, and so that was hyper embarrassing. And I will not tell you what I said to the entire class, thinking it was no big deal.
What's your favorite zoo animal?
I really love giraffes.
How do you feel about teaching AP Research this year?
AP Research is awesome. And it's fun, it's easy.
What teacher would you want to be stranded on a deserted island with, and why?
Absolutely Mr. Fontana, because I know we would survive then.
And what's your favorite part of teaching?
Favorite part of teaching is just being weird and hopefully sharing information with kids so they won't make the same mistakes that I made when I was a kid.
If you were a superhero, what powers would you have?
I'd like to be able to fly.
Best impression of Mr. Z?
2 claps! Roar!
Have you ever had a nickname? What is it?
My senior year in high school, it was Neveo because I had personalized license plates, and they said Neve, and I put the Y and the O, but anyway, it's a thing.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
Probably sailing with my dad on White Rock Lake and Lake Ray Hubbard in a tiny little sailboat that he owned.
Best piece of advice for students?
Stop worrying about what other people think.
And finally, what is something you want to say to your seniors this year?
Please vote and be involved.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Neve.
You're welcome.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at RHS_OPENDen to get more exclusive content and updates about our shows. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at RHS OPENDen to see previous shows and other stories not featured on our shows.
That's all for today, Lions. I'm Mallory Morgan.
And I'm Ashley Yarbrough. And remember, Lions, roar, Lions, roar.